So if you're trying to get traffic to your website and you want quality traffic, the best thing you can do is hang out with your customers in a live setting. But how do you do that if you're doing it all through the internet? It's not like you can just go sit down with them. So the thing that I think that you should be doing, and it's working really, really great, by the way, without having to spend any money on ads, is going live. So I've been going live on TikTok, and it works great. It really does drive a lot of leads into the business every day. And I just go about an hour, hour and a half a day. And what I want to do is I want to share some of the things that I'm learning by just doing it out there, just being in the actual live experience, and things that I've picked up along the way that I think will help you if you're going to go live, which I strongly suggest you do. Because honestly, the best thing you could possibly do is go hang out with your customers. So many people that I talk to, maybe just like yourself, you're like, I don't know what I could, use as a lead magnet, or I don't know what to say in my emails, or I don't know how to create this on my website, or I don't know what my product should be about. If you know what problem you want to solve, let's say, for instance, you want to create an online course that solves a certain problem for whatever group of people. Great idea, by the way. Which we teach you how to do that over at makeonce.com. You can go see a free training. I'll show you how I actually do that. But with that being said, if you want to figure out how to create the best course, if you want to figure out how to create the best organic marketing, if you want to create a great list of topics that you could be covering in all of your content that you could do each and every day that would actually resonate and cause people to click and go see your stuff, you want to go live. So I'm going to just walk through these 9 things here that I feel are going to really help you with your live experience so that you can take the people out there in the marketplace and turn those people into new paying customers. Okay? So the first thing you need to do is choose a location. And by location, I mean, where are you going to do your live? Like, where's it going to happen at? Okay? Now, I just do it here in my office, or if I'm traveling, I do it wherever I'm at. That's what I really like about live, is you can just do it from wherever. And when you figure out the location, the one thing you want to keep in mind is, do I have good lighting? Because nobody wants to look at a dark, colorless, hard to see thing. Okay? The next thing you want to do is think about your gear. Okay? So like, I'm using this little mic thing. Okay? It's pretty cool. I got this thing plugged into the bottom of my phone. This thing just charges it, kind of like some AirPods or whatever. I clip this on my shirt here, and it just puts the audio right into the video on my phone. There's no app. There's no nothing needed. It works great. Okay. If you want me to put a link, well, I'll just do that. I'll put a link down in the description to this so that you can go grab it. I'm not sponsoring these people. It's just the one that I use, and it works great. If you like the sound of this audio, that's what it is. So get you some gear. Get you a little light. I use this thing right here. Might be kind of hard to see, but it's like a little $14 clip light thing. It's got a little light here, a little controller, clips on anything. You can put your phone in it. That's great for traveling. You can use the good old arm selfie stick. That works pretty good as well. But just get you something that allows you to have light in your face. And if you're in a really loud area, you might want to get a microphone, but it's not necessary. The phone does a pretty good job. Subjects. So choose some subjects. What are you going to talk about, right? What I like to do is, honestly, let me grab a pen here. What I like to do is I like to think about how I solve my customers' problems. So everybody that is doing anything in terms of business, what they're doing is they're solving problems, because that's what business is solving problems. So in everything that you do to solve somebody's problem, guess what there is? Steps. These steps right here, just like I have an online course where I teach people how to get customers from the internet and use an automation system, and how to use funnels, and how to use email marketing, and how to basically just turn complete strangers into new paying customers for your business. That's what we do over in my product and program. And there's 7 pillars to that. So each one of these pillars has subjects inside of it, or topics inside of it. Those things right there, all of these things become the subjects that you'll talk about on your live. So you instantly have something to talk about. And it all can relate back to the program, the process. Just like this right here, That's part of my pillar right here. Okay, this pillar we talk about how to get traffic. Inside of this pillar right here, inside of the traffic engine pillar in my course, one of the subtopics is, out of these topics here, going live. So guess what we're talking about here today? Going live. Pretty interesting, right? So, makes sense. So you want to list out all of your subjects, and then each time you go live, you just want to pick one of those topics and talk about it. So you reach into your product, you reach into your service, you reach into the thing that you use to solve their problem. You pluck out one of those things, and it becomes the topic for your live, so that when you get on there, you can start talking about it. One thing I like to do, because we are visual creatures, is I have a little whiteboard. So when I'm going live, they can ask me questions, and I can visually draw things out. I can draw out the funnels and all that stuff, and yada yada. Okay? So you might need a few, that might be up here in the gear thing. You might need a few things, that could help support your live and make it more valuable to the end user. Because at the end of the day, what you're doing on your live is you're just expressing and showing how it is that you actually solve the person's problem. That's what you're doing. That's what marketing is. Marketing is simply educating our potential customers on how it is that we solve their problem, and we help them understand that we understand them and where they're at and how to get them to where they want to go. Okay? So, makes sense, right? The next thing is you need to choose your call to action. So I always have a link up in my bio, or a link down in my description, or a link somewhere that they can click on and go get more free training. Okay? So I have a link up in my bio, let's say on TikTok when I go live, all throughout the TikTok. So let's say this is the TikTok length, okay? Sorry. This is the length of the live. Let's say that I'm going live for 1 hour, okay? So this is the start, this is the end. During that live TikTok, I, about every so often, okay, just depends on, as more people get on my live and I see them getting on, I go, hey, if you're just joining me, this is what we're talking about here today. If you want a free training about how I help businesses get customers using the internet, using email automations and our machine that we use, then just go up to the link in my bio, and I have a free training up there that shows you how we actually do that, and I give you a demonstration of how our product works and helps you get more customers from the internet by actually doing less, since we automate everything. And so I say that every so often here. So it's like, this is my call to action, value, value, call to action, value, value, call to action. And so you just do that, right? You just value, 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 and you're answering questions. People are asking you, what is this? What are you doing? And that's what you do. So you want to have a call to action, because we want to have an objective for the live, which is get our ideal client and customer and audience to understand who we are, what we do, and then drive them over to a funnel or something where we can sell them our thing, or get them on an email list so that we can follow up with them. Does that make sense? So in order to do that, we've got to choose a call to action that we're going to use, and you'll get better at it as you go. It's really great, actually. The live helps you work on your message, and it helps you work on your delivery, so that when you create videos like this, you're better at it. And then choose happiness. So I'm not, trying to raw you on here, but if you get on and you're a negative Nancy or you're a dickhead Daryl, it's not going to go good for you. Especially when you have to do some housekeeping. Because every once in a while, you'll get that special person on there that wants to be a complete fucking jackass, and you'll want to just go off on them and tell them how crazy they are for getting on there and trying to ruin your life. As if, they're just so miserable in their life, and you feel sorry for them, but they're just so miserable in their life that they want to get on and just bring misery to the party. Well, when that happens, as it will, you quickly want to identify who they are. And what's nice about it is the cream rises to the top in this situation. So those jackass type people that just want to spread misery around, they rise to the top. Thank you. You click on the 3 little dots and you block them immediately. Now, what we've also found is the faster you do that, the faster you train the algorithm to not find more people like that. So if you leave them on there and you start engaging with them, the algorithm goes, they must want more people like that, because when those people get on here that act like that, they engage with them. We better get more of them over here. And we don't want that. We don't want more jackasses. We want less. So you want to make sure that you say, hey guys, instead of saying anything rude or anything, choose happiness. And just say, hey guys, just a moment here. I'll answer your question. I just have to do a little housekeeping. And you just block them. Okay? So that's number 6 there. Number 7, choose consistency. So, Sunday night football. When is it? Sunday night. Okay? Whenever you go to do lives, you have to continue to do them, and you need to be consistent. And honestly, if you choose happiness and you actually care about solving people's problems, you'll really enjoy it. It can be a lot of fun, and you can meet a lot of people, your customers, and you'll learn a lot about them. What makes them sad, what makes them happy, what's holding them back, what they actually want, why they're there, why they have had problems here and there and this and that and everything. And you can keep note of that, and it helps you create amazing content that really just hits it right on the head each time. And people, like you're watching this right now, right? And the reason you're watching this is because you wanted some tips for going live, right? And you're getting those tips for going live, and this is probably resonating with you because this is what people told me on my lives they wanted help with. Consistency, though, I tell everybody, listen, every day at 1 p.m. Central Time, Kansas time, I make it really clear, non-confusing. 1 p.m. Central Time, Kansas time, I get on TikTok Live. You can join me there, and you can ask me questions about, and I got my call to action topic and subjects. I said, you can ask me questions about funnels, email marketing, how to do automation, email copywriting, how to create an offer, how to create digital products, how to create a subscription program or a mastermind or a course. You can ask me those things, and I'll give you the answer, and we can have a great time, and you can get a lot of value. And during that time, it's also pushing me out to more people like those people. So it's like you start here, and you've got this topic. And the algorithm's out there listening and trying to match people up, because that's what an algorithm does. It is trying to match likes together. Okay, so if these people look like this, it goes and finds other people like that, and the algo is trying to match people together, because the whole point of the algorithm is to get people to like what it is that they're experiencing so that they stay there and they stay on the platform, so that the platform can serve ads, which is how the platforms make money. Got it? So if you go out there and you start consistently showing up, talking about the same thing, and you keep talking about these particular topics, the algorithm's going to go out there and look for more and more of these people. Does that make sense? If any of the stuff that I'm talking about doesn't make sense, use the comments down below, ask your question, and I'll respond. Amazing. And then you need to choose patience. The first couple lives I did, wasn't a lot of people on. But I kept showing up at the same time, and I kept sharing with people what we're talking about. I went over a topic, I had call to actions, and I showed up in a good mood trying to help people. If you just show up trying to be helpful, you stick to a topic, you stick to an industry, a niche, a thing, people will start to come around and go, what is this? How does this work? And it's funny when they ask that and you tell them, they're like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to know that. Thank you, algorithm, right? So take advantage of this damn thing, because they work really well. It's probably why you're watching this video right now, right? So anyway, if you're just patient and you show up consistently and you actually care, it's amazing what will happen. Just go try it, okay? And then you need to have a funnel and an automation. So kind of like this one here, these two kind of work together, right? Because when you do your call to action, you don't want to just send them off into nowhere land or just send them to a website that's not collecting an email. Because what we do in business online, or frankly any business, I don't care where you're really doing it, the goal is this, okay? The goal is to solve the person's problem ultimately, because that's what a business does. But what we want to do is, one, build a list of people that have the problem that we can solve. And then number two, we want to sell the people on the list the solution to their problem. And then we just keep doing that, right? And we systemize it and we automate it. That way we have our time back and we can reach more people and we can be efficient and effective and everybody lives happily ever after. But you got to have a funnel and an automation to build the list and then be able to sell them what they want. Does that make sense? So if you want to see how I use the funnel and automation, and you want to see how I build a list and sell the list, then just go to makeonce.com, because I have a free training over there that shows you exactly how we do that, and you can just hit the ground running. Matter of fact, I also show you a way that you can even do it even quicker and easier, and I talk about the software that I use and all that jazz, and I give you a demonstration, a test drive of my product, and it's all free, so you don't need any money to go check it out. Hence the word free. So I hope you found a lot of value in this, but more importantly, if you want to know exactly how the automation stuff works, then by golly, go watch this video right here.